Okay, I'm learning a lot from you guys about, and my experiments, about windscreen design and buffeting and airflow and things like that. So based on what I've been learning, I had an idea where if I could direct air up the back of my screen, my Indian Chief 17.8-inch screen, I might be able to eliminate the buffeting. So I'd get all the benefits of the protection this screen gives me, which is really good, without the buffeting. If I could achieve that, that would be awesome. So let's dust off this screen, fit it onto the bike, and I'll show you what I'm thinking. Don't know what it is, but both my camera and my GoPro just randomly cut off for some reason. It's just driving me crazy at the moment. Whether I need some new memory cards, I don't know. It's definitely not overheating because it's cold and the camera's only just started up in both instances, the GoPro and this camera. Definitely not from overheating, so I don't know, weird. But anyway, let me tell you about my thinking. So what I've been learning is the airflow or the air pressure that comes up the front of the screen is at sort of one pressure level, if you like, and then you've got the air coming through the top of the screen this way. So the air that's at the top of the screen coming through is at one air pressure, and then behind the screen is lower air pressure. And where the two meet is where you get the turbulence, as far as I'm understanding, just on that line there, which means that, you know, as it gets closer to the rider, it gets more turbulent. So what I need to do, what I believe, what I think is my next step, is to reduce that turbulence that's coming off that top edge. I need to direct air, or I could direct air up the back of the screen, so where it meets this air pressure here, it evens it out, and theoretically I should get less turbulence. So what I've been thinking of doing, or what I'm thinking of doing, what I will do, is I'm going to make up, if I can see here, this gap in here behind the headlight. I'm going to make up like a funnel, if you like, or a chute that catches the air coming over this headlight and in here and redirects it up the back of the screen. So I can design and 3D print something that'll just bolt in behind the screen here using the existing bolts, so that's all going to work out well. And just have, wouldn't need to be that big, even something about this, about 6 inches high, that just catches the air and forces it up the back of the screen so that it meets this air coming this way. And I reckon, well, I theorise that that would do a lot to help mitigate the turbulence, because this little screen here works really well at keeping the air off my body, but I just get turbulence on my helmet, which I don't like. So I'm going to just go for a ride today, just to reacquaint myself with the screen and see how that feels. And then I've got some new filament coming this week. I'll be able to then design, model and print a funnel chute system or an air catching system to catch the air coming in over the top of the headlight and in this gap here, redirect it up to the back of the screen, and theoretically eliminate or help to reduce a heap of buffeting. So that's going to be this week's exercise. Now, I also had an idea for a smaller screen, like design a smaller one, like I have been playing with, that comes down, cuts back with two ram air intakes into the bottom of the screen that directs the airflow over the top of the screen will be coming through, and then another chute behind it, which will then, if this works, help mitigate air turbulence off a smaller screen for summer. So I'm also going to design and work on that one as well. Okay, just got off the bike, and yeah, it's amazing how much that screen makes a difference to the ride. It completely keeps the air off my body, surprisingly, and all I get is buffeting into my helmet, which is the annoying part. So, if I can get that system to work, where I've got a duct coming in the front there and it's ducting air up the back of the screen. And if I can eliminate that buffeting, then I'm gold. I could sit on that bike all day with that screen on. So I really, really hope it works. Now the question is, I was thinking about it here actually. This is crazy. My GoPro just died. It said it had 60% battery and it just died. Don't know what's going on with my gear at the moment. Let me switch batteries. Okay, fresh battery. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, so what I was saying, the question is, I was thinking about it here. My initial thought was to have the screen blasting up the air blasting up the back of the screen, and where the two meet, sort of try and force it up that way. But now I'm thinking, if the problem is, or the issue is the air pressure coming through versus this air pressure here, where the two meet, there's a differential which is causing the turbulence. What if the duct came up and was directing air this way? So the air coming up and through this way, meeting this air here, should be a lot more even in pressure. That's my thinking, at least. Would that be better, to have the air coming up and through this way, directed, say, at my helmet, and then the air coming through above it, where it meets it? It should be a much more even, even distribution of air pressure, and that may be the better way to go. I might have to do a couple of different versions. But I think if I can eliminate that turbulence, that buffeting just on my helmet, then this is going to be a great winter screen for me. I was thinking that I do like the look of the bike better without it, but no, it's not worrying me at all today, to be honest. Seeing it on the bike, don't mind the look of it at all. I think it's fine for winter use for sure. Just down here at LeRoy again, my favourite little spot. Forecast is for dirty weather coming in the next week or so, rain and what have you. So we've had a couple of these pearlers. They're cold days. It's only about 10 degrees Celsius, but it's still blue sky. So I thought I'd get out and go for a bit of a ride today before it's all gone. Interestingly, today is the first day that I felt that I need to switch to my winter pants. Normally I have my Kevlar jeans on, and I run them pretty much all year until it gets too cold, then I switch to my winter pants. So today's the first day this winter where I felt I need to switch, so that's what I'm going to have to do, start wearing them. Alright, well, I think that'll do it for this video. Thank you very much, patrons. Your support is helping me to buy. I'm using the money I get from Patreon, which is not a lot, but it's enough that every couple of months I can buy a roll of filament, which has helped me to print the stuff I need to print, because the larger pieces I'm printing now are really chewing up the filament. So thanks, patrons. So if you want to help me out and help me get these things made quicker, please check out my Patreon and join us over there. I've got free memberships as well as paid memberships. So the paid memberships is the money I'm using to fund these little projects. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. And as always, thank you for your continued support. And until next time, bye for now.